Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video, I am finally sharing with you guys my most favorite products of 2011. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. So it's been a long time coming and building up to this, and we are now at the year's tail end again, and it happened so quickly. And last year I did a video on my top beauty products for the year, and it was quite lengthy, and I'm afraid that this one will be as well. So I thought it best to just do it in segments, and I'm not going to do it in any particular order, but these are the products that really stood out for me. They're not all necessarily new products released this year, but they're products that I tremendously enjoyed this year. This has really been quite the most daunting video I've ever done, because there's just so many products that I thoroughly enjoyed that it truly was difficult editing it down or trying to figure out which ones I would mention or include in this video. So I actually made a list, and there is quite a bit of them here. I'm just gonna go along from the beginning of the list, and these are, I guess, the products which really first came to mind when I thought of making my most favorite 2011 products list. So the very first in my list is actually a skincare product. It was released at the latter part of this year. It is by Lancome. Lancome's Visionaire, which is this one right here. This is a correcting serum. It's an advanced skin corrector. It's supposed to target wrinkles, fine lines, and the evenness of the skin tone, and I think this is absolutely amazing, and this was the first thing that came to mind when making this list. It truly delivers, and after the first use, you see a significant change the next morning. The next one I listed on my product list is a fragrance, and this is by Prada. It's called Candy, and this is how I actually keep the boxes of my fragrances now. This is how the bottle looks like. It's been a long time since I've fallen in love with a fragrance, and this one by Prada was a pleasant surprise. It's very flirty compared to the other scents. It's more of a musky, woody, amber kind of scent. It's quite strong for some people, but still very flirty and very feminine, and I tremendously enjoyed this fragrance. A corrective foundation, but this one I actually did use more as a full coverage concealer and really stood out for me, and I have two backups now. This is by Vichy Laboratories. It's the Derma Blend Corrector Foundation, and I wear mine in 25 Nude. Lightweight foundation, but it truly gives full coverage without the feeling of full coverage. Move into more base products. For this entire year, the standout foundations for me were mostly HD foundations, and there's three right here that stood out for me. Obviously, one is Makeup Forever HD. This is Face Atelier's Pro Ultra Foundation, and mine is a number 6 is what I use. And for the Makeup Forever HD, I am shade 140. And then last but definitely not the least, one of my latest discoveries is the Inglot YSM Cream, and I use mine in number 45. Another base foundation, or a foundation I thoroughly enjoyed and discovered this year, this is Shiseido's Perfect Refining Foundation SPF 15. It's a water-based foundation which has sodium hyaluronate, also known as hyaluronic acid. Absolutely amazing. This is actually what I use on a daily basis if I just want a very natural look, or I'm not really going to be wearing makeup. This just evens out the skin tone perfectly without looking cakey and without needing any powdering. So it's a very low maintenance foundation, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I think over even the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua. A few cream products. There were two that I really favored this year, and I constantly would come back to regardless of the other new products that I loved every varying month. One is by MAC. It's this cream base in Hush. As you guys can see, I've almost hit pan. This is my go-to highlighter illuminator. So in the Cupid's bow, on the bridge of my nose, and on the cheekbones. Absolutely love this product. It's a a champagne shimmer, which looks amazing on my medium skin tone. Cheek blushers, I love my NYC Blushable Cream Sticks tremendously, but this one truly stood out for me for a number of months. It's just a go-to if I wasn't sure or I didn't want to really experiment. This was a no-fail product. This is Josie Maran's Argan Color Stick, and this one is in Petal, and that's how it looks. Actually a pretty heavy swatch. That's not how it looks at all, but more of this flush right here. One drugstore product stand out, at least in my list right now, and this one is truly amazing. This is the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller, and it looks like this. It has caffeine, it has lemon extract and mineral pigment, so it does lift your eye and decrease puffiness, but at the same time the mineral pigment brightens the under eye instantly. It has a very cooling sensation as well because of the metal roll. That's how it kind of looks, and then you just pat it in. It's not heavy at all, and I would put this right after my moisturizer and let it set before putting any primer, and it was a standout for me this past year. For under eye corrector or concealer was Benefit's Erase Paste, and I actually favor this more than any of my other great under eye color correctors such as Eve Pearl or Bobbi Brown, which were a close runner-up, but were close runners-up, but the number 2 medium of Benefit Erase Paste was just absolutely amazing. It gives me the perfect peach tone to correct the darkness in my under eye, but at the same time the consistency just lends itself well as a base for any other concealers which you would want to put after, and it just truly melts into the skin without creasing. Next product is a mascara. Now there's a lot of mascaras which I truly love and I've been favoring in the past months, but this one was a standout for me this year. It was released this year as well. This is Benefit's The Real Mascara. What really for me stands out with this one product is the fact that it lengthens amazingly. Very clean, very refined lash without any clumping, and it really defines your lash line with almost not even needing a second coat or a second layer of another mascara. Usually to get the desired effect, I would need multiple coats of different mascaras I would layer, but with this one a lot of the time it works best on its own, and even with one coat it has a very dark almost acrylic-like finish to your lashes, very black but not harsh, and it's a wet formulation but it's not too heavy, so this is really amazing. And oftentimes the name of the mascara lends itself well to the performance and the finish it gives your lashes. Often ask yourself if they look like false lashes or something. So this is the one standout mascara for me this year. Cheek powder products, there were 2 that I think really stood out for me. One is from Chanel. It was a limited edition release from Spring 2011. This is number 65 SP Gel, and I think it's a beautiful matte peach, a true peach and a true matte that just is versatile all year round and absolutely amazing on a lot of makeup looks, especially on my skin tone. It's just very beautiful. If I'm not sure what to wear, I usually just grab for this, so this is truly was a standout. There is Chanel's Rose Ecrin as well from this fall 2011, which is a close runner-up, but this one truly stood out for me this year. And for powder bronzers, it has to be Guerlain's Terracotta and number 1. This is their hydrating bronzing powder, which is a matte, and not just during the summer, but even in the winter, when you put this on, it adds that warmth to your skin, and in the summer, it gives you that glow, and it's absolutely amazing. It's the first bronzer that I have that also has a slight fragrance to it, a perfumish fragrance to it, but I don't mind it at all. It's a very beautiful, worth your money investment. So this is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer, hydrating bronzer.